Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile, Scourge League. It is Sunday, day 3 of the league. Well, originally I was gonna have a stream today, so those of you who did not catch me today, unfortunately I did not get a chance to do the stream. I got a little sidetracked, and unfortunately I have a surprise guest visiting in a bit, so
Bring me back
I'm gonna need to take some time to make dinner. But I figured, hey, I still want to play a little bit. Let's go back to the old classic. Let's go, at the very least, let's record a couple videos, right? Last episode we ended up getting our 4th link. I was trying to figure out a way to make this honor home work because I feel like this is one of those helmets that's gonna take us pretty far into the end game, and I'm still convinced of that actually. The one thing I just need to keep in mind is, this honor home specifically isn't gonna work just because it is such a low item level. I cannot actually get a 4 link on it. And I would love to get a 4 link because what I can do is I can 4 link my bane off of the helmet, and then after that I can do something like oh, we got a chaos orb. That's actually very useful. So I can 4 link my bane, and after that I could try doing something like getting a weapon that has +1 to all chaos skill gems. And with that, we can probably add like 2 or 3 levels to our bane, which is going to be huge.
When I'm ready,
So that's the current plan. Now the only thing I need to make sure of is that, I have all the equipment I have, and I think with all of that stuff, that would be enough to take me into the late game, like pretty comfortably. So that's just sort of what I'm hoping for. Increase fire damage, but deal no fire damage. Very funny game. Very funny. What the fuck? Okay. So we leveled up there. So we got our chaos cluster. We got our curse stuff. Let's pick up some of this damage over time stuff now. But otherwise, aside from the fact that maybe we have a little bit of gearing, not gearing, but like I want a specific set of gear that I just don't have access to just yet. Aside from that, everything else is going pretty smoothly, I think. Everything's sort of dying. That's another 4 link, but I think I prefer 4 blues right now. The only thing that's a little weak is my single target, I think, because I kind of need to run in with Bane. And the fact, actually, what I'm noticing is I have very bad resistances right now. Can I maybe... Okay, I definitely don't need to level clarity anymore, so I can stop doing that. I need to remember that. Currently our mana regen is 10.9. It's nothing to write home about, but it seems to be fine for now. Yeah, our bane damage is starting to fall off a little bit. Like, blue packs kind of need, it needs us to use Blight in order to do enough damage. So what I'm hoping here is... Well, I suppose I could try and... Ooh, wait, that was the wrong button again. I keep pressing V to try and open up that window. I'm just so used to it. Ow, ow, ow. Man, late game Scourge is going to be so dangerous. Ow. I saw 4 link gloves and 4 link boots. Let's keep all of those. Let's level armor item, absorbs more corruption. Because I actually think that might be kind of useful now. And then let's take a look at doing gloves first. So we can try for like a 4 link glove, and then maybe we'll try corrupting these items as well. Maybe we'll get something good, who knows. But if we can get 4 blue gloves, like my gloves are garbage, right? Okay, so whatever I end up with, it should be good. Okay, let's get the waypoint for the docks, and then we will move on.
When I'm ready, and not before.
It's probably down here somewhere. So yeah, it's day 3, and I would assume that everybody's enjoying the league. And the way I think everyone's enjoying it. I haven't looked at Reddit or anything. The way I gauge whether people are enjoying it or not is basically I look at my friends list and I look at how much people are playing. And like, everyone is level 80. Like, so many level 80s, level 70, level 80, level 80. It just seems like everyone is playing a lot. And I feel like that's a good indicator. Basically, it tells me, like, you know, people are enjoying it enough to play a lot of it. Versus people who maybe are not very happy with the game. Maybe they just play a bit and then call it a day. Although in that sense, it would look like I'm not enjoying the game because I'm only level 29. But that's only due to the fact that, you know, I'm trying to be an adult and have other responsibilities as well. But I'm actually enjoying myself very much. You know, I've been thinking a lot about how to build my character and all the things I'm gonna need. But yeah, I've actually been having a lot of fun. And, you know, I hope you guys are too, actually. You know? Okay, so we want more damage over time multi. What are my flasks like? Level 18. So I can use these level 24 flasks now. That's pretty good. We actually have enough blood to activate the crucible again. I think I will. Well, everything here is dead. I can see where, like, a lot of chat is saying, at least in my Discord, it's like, people are telling me, hey, you know, the Scourge, it's pretty good in terms of quantity and EXP you get, especially in maps, but the actual corruption items that you get out of it is not that good. I can kind of see that, right? Basically, you get 1 free corruption with an elk, and like, how many yellow items do you find typically in the game that's actually like good, you know? Not that many. Typically, like, most of the items you find are self-crafted in one way or another, right? So I understand, like, this perspective is like, you know, a lot of stuff that we're getting from the corruption is not that worth it. What's more worth it is the extra quantity and like EXP you're getting from having basically like an entire set. Like, you go to Krangle. What do they call it on Reddit? Krangleverse? You go visit Krangleverse, and then you get like an entire set of mobs that you can fight again, and it's like all this extra EXP, right? Extra strength requirement 23 to... What the heck is that? Okay, whatever. And right now, what I'm just doing is I'm farming up. It's a free alch for my weapons. I guess I don't mind it too much. Like, I'm finding all these white forelinks on the ground, and normally you can't do anything with it. Maybe you can throw an essence on it or something, but in this case, you can actually basically Krangle it, right? And then, and hopefully it turns into something that's actually useful. Now, I ended up picking up a Chaos, and that's very interesting to me right now, because I'm thinking, with that Chaos, we might actually be able to buy like a 4-link Honor Home or something.
Watch yourself.
At least that's the hope. I have the Sulfite, I have the Ribbon Spool. Okay, so now I just need to talk to Diala. I got a couple 4-links here. Okay, so I have 1 Chaos Orb. Let me check real quick. Even if I can like buy a 3-link, I think I'd be pretty happy. Like, how much is a 3-link right now? $1C. Oh, Yeah, 4 links are more expensive. I just don't have the money. I'll take whatever I can get right now. Nice. Okay, so now... Okay, this changes things a lot, right? Because before, Bane was not good at killing yellows and blues. I feel like now things are going to change. So... I have a 3 link, so I'm going to go from 3 link to 4 link. But right now, it's 342 chaos damage per second for Bane, right? And then Bane on its own, on this honor home, is gonna be 399. Just on its own is 399. And then we attach Despair. And then we're gonna attach Temporal Chains because we actually have 2 curses. So that's already more damage than it was before, which is insane. Okay, so that's good. And each curse adds 31% more damage. So these guys... So having more curses is better than having a support gem, actually. Okay, so that's good. So now we can have Blight on here, and we can have Control Destruction, Efficacy, and I guess Arcane Surge. Malevolence here, maybe? Clarity. And then we have space for other things if we want it. I don't know what it would be, though. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Now let me check my POB real quick to see if there are any useful skills right now that I could use. Apparently punishment.
What is it?
Is punishment here? It's not even here. Okay, that's
Watch
fine.
yourself.
That's fine. So I have Temporal Chains and Despair as my 2 curses. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to purchase a defense skill of some sort. I'm thinking Steel Skin.
Yes?
Just because it requires a lot of strength. That's okay. We'll buy it for now. And then we get immunity to bleeding when we get this buff. That's pretty good. And then let's also pick up Light Arcane Surge. Can I use a different? Void Manipulation is useful. Mana Bond. Next thing I kind of want was Vol Blight. Actually, Vitality would help. Vitality. Okay, so we're missing... We need a lot of strength in order to use all of this stuff. We need more strength. Strength. We can pick up strength through this node. These 2 nodes might be pretty good, actually. And like chance to avoid interruption from stuns while casting will be very important as well. And we get some elemental resistances. So in the POB, that they actually picked this up, which kind of makes sense now. And then are there any other... I could get like Physique, I guess, for 30 strength, but if I don't need it, I won't pick it up. This gives me another 10 strength. Okay, so there are quite a few nodes that I can be picking up. I can pick this up. I can pick up these 2 nodes, and I can pick up these 2 nodes. So that's my next 6 levels. All right. Now that I have that planned out, let's go test out our damage. I feel like it's going to be so much better now. I can't... Does it feel better? Oh, I don't have Malevolence turned on. Hold on. Okay, it definitely feels better. Let's get all these chromatic orbs. I actually think I'm gonna need them. I'm gonna need all the chromes I can. I'm gonna need all the jewelers I can get my hands on. And probably all the fusings too, because eventually we want to turn that helmet into a 4-link. It's a 3-link right now, which is probably enough to carry me...
I'd love to see the insides of this spell.
like very far into the axe, I think.
Housework.
Like really with +2 to level, we don't necessarily need that 4th link. That 4th, like that +2 level is better than a 4th link. I'm pretty sure. So that helmet is basically just set in stone now. I don't think I need to touch it. From now on, what I should be looking at is like other 4 links, right? Like if I can get an additional 4 link for some other skill. I don't even know. Oh my god. What killed me? I need defensive layers, I guess. Like I'm dying a lot. We are in Act 3 and I have very little HP. So, you know, maybe I should start looking at getting a couple more HP nodes as well. Pretty squish, which is not great. Alright, something over here killed me, right? What was it? I want to know what it is and I want to kill it. The hell killed me last time? Okay, well. Let's transform these gloves. Life, fire res, mana, -2 life, plus... Okay, well, either way, it's better than what I got now. So let's do this, this, and this. And then let's try for some 4-link boots. Hopefully that turns into something good. Now I have a second set of 4 links here. I don't really have anything to put on it though. One thing I can think of is actually using Essence Drain as like a single target spell. That might not be bad, just so that I can stack some more damage. So that's why I'm like still leveling Essence Drain, right? Like I don't necessarily need the contagion aspect. But just using Essence Drain as like a way to get more single target DPS might be interesting. Okay, here's another level. So we're gonna pick up more damage for now until I decide. And after that we pick up life and we pick up a little bit of strength. Okay, let's go into blood. We're gonna enter the Krangleverse, as some might call it.
Not before.
Okay, now I really don't need 2 mana flasks anymore. In fact, I'm barely using a mana flask. I would like some kind of utility flask, but until I do, I guess I'll put a hybrid flask here. Okay, so what points can I do from then on? Blood Crucible can transform unique equipment. 3% chance for transforming to add a socket. 3% chance for transforming to add a link to the largest group of link sockets. A link to the largest group of link sockets. That's kind of interesting. So we can like stick a bunch of 5 links in there. And then potentially it'll turn into 6 links. Okay, so how much is Bane doing now? 469. Oh my god. Ooh, there's a void manipulation. That's good. Alright, sorry. Temporarily muted myself. My wife came with a snack delivery, which is awesome.
What is that you have?
Okay, so let's take the strength amulet. I think that's the one I would want right now, since I'm looking for more strength.
Believe me, not a cockroach.
Do I have enough dexterity? I have a decent amount. Okay, so this amulet has some life, some int. Can I wear it? I can. And how much strength do I then have? 39 strength. It's still not much. The reason why I need strength is because I want to equip these gems. Okay, that's fine. Let's go sell our stuff and then go into the sewers. Hopefully we get to kill Piety today. I think we will.
Still breathing, eh?
Okay, so basically helmets are a lock for the moment. We're not gonna be swapping that out for anything else. For a while, probably.
Don't do anything I would.
And then level a couple void manipulations. Let's deposit that honor home. Okay, so now there are a couple things I'm looking for. Now that like basically damage is good, I need to look at the defenses. My resistances are very, very bad. That actually needs to get fixed. So now I need to look at getting better armor pieces, better belts, better jewelry, like better boots actually. Resistances on the boots would be good. Well, I mean the helmet doesn't have anything. For this, we might be thinking about like a wand and a shield, or maybe even dual wands. And then I suppose better rings too, because the rings are not that great. And also I need to look at doing Vol corruption areas, like corrupted side areas. Because it would be very nice to get a Vol Blight skill.
I shall purify you in flame, horror of nightmare.
Ow, holy crap, that hurts.
My place is at God's side. Where will your journey end, Exile?
Okay, let's
You wanted me
bring
burned back
Essence
in all
Train
those
over.
business. That wasn't very nice.
I mean, it'd be kind of nice if I could... Let's see. Bane does 455 versus 469. And what does my resistances look like? It's not too big of a difference, actually. Maybe I don't need it. Alright, let's use the Crucible. Yeah, my resistances need work. ASAP. We need rings. We need like 2 stone rings. Like, the more resistance rings, the better, basically. What's this? Plus, yeah, see, like, I can't use that. That's a helmet. Okay, well, let's keep going. I would also like weapons that has, like, +1 to all chaos skill gems. That'd be nice. Although I understand that's kind of hard to get. How much does Essence Train do? 400? Okay. Okay. So right now the combo that we have is we drop Bane. Hopefully they die. We drop Bane. If we need more single target damage, we throw an Essence Drain. And then we just spam Blight on them, I guess. Oh. This could be spiced. Okay, here's another level. That's good. Okay, growth and decay, some HP regen, as well as more damage multi. What are we at now? 503 chaos damage per second. Slowly getting there. Alright, here's a beefy boy. So yeah, like the combo is Bane, Essence Drain, Blight. Okay.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Essence Drain. So I do need to use a couple skills in order to just dish out more damage. But like, at the same time, you know, I guess we're not in like one-click mode yet, where all you need to do is drop Bane and call it a day. I don't think Bane is that kind of skill anyways, where it's just like one taps bosses or like stronger enemies, you know? It's pretty good at clearing out the trash. But if we want to like just add more single target damage, because once you use Bane, realistically, there's nothing else to do, right? If you don't have other skills. And like you have all this extra free time to do whatever it is you want. Because you don't need to stack Bane, it doesn't stack, you just need to apply it once. So, you know, having Essence Drain is kind of nice, because if you find yourself with extra time, you can throw out an Essence Drain, and then, you know, that's a very similar skill, because you also apply that thing once, right? So with Essence Drain, you apply that once, Bane, you apply it once, and if they're still not dead, I guess you just blight them to death. Okay, nothing so far. Nothing too scary. Let's just keep running. Hey, Emnix, why are you just running without killing them? Well, I'm actually trying to scratch my face right now, and my cheeks were itchy. And I'm like, but I don't want to let go of the mouse hand. That seems silly. I'm gonna let go of the like attack hand. You know, I feel like not attacking is a better option than just standing still and not being able to move the mouse. So I let go of the keyboard hand just now. Alright, let's go. Rangoverse mode. Ow, ow, ow. Jesus, no defenses. I'm trying to think. What do I do in this kind of situation? Is it just because I have no HP? Because that could easily be solved. I think it's because I have no resistances. I think I died to not having fire resistance just now. Alright, what's this? Plus to fire resistance, minus lightning resistance, life, cold resistance, chaos resistance. Honestly, even this is like better than... Yeah, I'll take it. I cannot take it. I cannot equip
I'll
it.
need to be more
Oh,
lithe
now.
for
Oh,
that.
no. Now I'm screwed. I can't equip temp chains. I need more dexterity. Where would I get it? I would get it from here. Oh, jeez. Do I have to use refund points now? I would prefer not to. How can I fix this? We'll do it this way. There. Saved. Saved. Okay, we're good. Well, we're just gonna equip a shield that had a little bit of dexterity, and that way we're because like what happened was we removed the boots, and the boots was giving this dexterity, I would assume. Yeah, it gave us 13 dex, and as a result of unequipping it, the boots itself had dex requirements, so all of a sudden we lost our dex, and that basically screwed us, and we couldn't re-equip our stuff. That's like the ultimate deadlock. Those situations suck, and you either have a choice of finding some gear with dex and trying to equip your stuff so you're back to status quo, or actually allocating it on the tree, which I really didn't want to do, because it meant I had to, like, I'm fine with allocating dex on the tree, but I had to refund points in order to just have the points to allocate in the first place.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Alright, we're good now, though. We're good. I think our next set of points is definitely going into that what was it? Chance to not get interrupted while casting? Or to not get stunned? That's probably a pretty important node right now. And it gives us strength and dex. 20 strength, 20 dex. And I'm assuming we should be able to get dexterity pretty easily, right? Because we're gonna path down here. And there's like some dex here. We might have to get like a big wheel though. I'm thinking. Alright, we'll have to figure it out later. I'll have to like look at a tree or something. Ow. Okay, yeah, definitely my survivability is because I don't have fire resistance. I know that for sure now. Just look how much damage I took from that. One Scourge point available. Let's put it in transforming unique items. I don't think I need that just yet. Maybe in the future. Let's put it in adding a socket or adding a link. The largest group of link sockets. I feel like adding a socket is... No, adding a link is probably better, right? I mean, inherently, links are more... like... they're more valuable than the sockets themselves. As we can see from just like vendor recipes, you can sell a 6 socket for, you know, a few fusings. But selling a 6 link, that's a much bigger deal. But I feel like you can, you know, you'll benefit the most if you max out both of those nodes. That's sort of where my mind is right now. Alright, Piety might actually be a bit of a tough fight because I have 0 resistances. I don't know how I'm so under-geared. Normally this doesn't happen.
Not before.
Have I been rushing too hard? I don't think I have been. Okay, so we're taking elemental resistances and then chance to avoid interruption from stuns.
Of all the worlds you could have conquered, you had to choose.
Now there's another crafting recipe here, so let's grab that.
Wasted on a feeble imagination. Your passing, sister. I'll mourn your passing, sister. It's too late for regret.
Alright, so this is pretty straightforward. I think we're just gonna throw the essence drain on him. Light. Ow, ow. Ow, I have no fire res. I have no fire res. Stay away from me.
Damn you!
Okay, well yeah, that was easy enough.
Work, Piety. It was you I wasn't very fond of.
Let's get back. I actually think we might have a chance at beating Dominus today, actually.
Watch yourself.
Goodbye.
Get another point. That's actually a very important point because that gives us strength and dexterity, which means we can now equip vitality. And I think I want to use vitality as one of my auras, definitely.
Goodbye.
What's here? Summon Reaper, Hex Blast, Stormbind, Eye of Winter, Formation, Raise Spectre, Crackling Lance. I actually think Raise Spectre we can use to level on the side.
There is nothing else.
We're probably gonna use that when we use our Arakali stuff.
Why are you still standing?
Stay out of the shadow.
So might as well start leveling that now. And then sell these. Now these boots, again, can I equip it? I can equip it now because I actually have some dexterity. At some point I won't be able to level temporal chains any further, but I guess that's okay for now. I don't need Arctic armor anymore. And then I'm just leveling void manipulation on the side. Okay, so I have to keep in mind that I basically won't be able to level my green gems all that much because I won't have that much dex. And to be honest, I won't have that much strength either. So, you know, same thing with vitality. I don't think I can level it all that much. Okay, so now that we have the key, we go to Ebony Barracks and let's go to Imperial Garden. We will pick up the third trial in this zone. And I think I'm still missing a trial in Act 2. I haven't done the one in the crypt yet. So I will need to go back and get that. Clarity, I'm going to stop leveling. I don't want it to keep reserving so much mana. Okay, let's go this way and get that
and not before.
trial done. Man, this Quicksilver sucks quite a bit right now. I think I need to at least transmute it or something. I just keep running out of charges all the time. Oh wow, that hurt. They're chunking me for like half my HP every time. What the heck? Ooh, enfeeble. Do I want it? Maybe not.
Precisely where he stands.
Can't use the Blood Crucible just yet. I think I can get probably one more use out of this instance. I think I went the wrong direction here. What I'm starting to realize is this character is not very tanky. I thought it would have some decent defenses, but now that I look at it, it's like, actually, where do my defenses exist? I don't have any points in it. So that's one area of concern. Scourge is... It's like playing like a gauntlet, you know? You got waves of stuff just coming at you. And You either gotta kill them very fast, or you need to have enough defenses to survive them. And I don't know if I have much right now. Oh, I don't have an item in there. Okay, I need to make sure to put something in that crucible then. What do I need? I need resistances. I need more resistances. So probably I want to pick up more armor pieces.
What goes up must come down. When I'm ready, and not before.
I also want better weapons, preferably. If I could get +1 chaos, I'd be very happy. Ooh, accelerating strength. Okay. Ravenous Blood Shaper. The heck is that? Oh man. It's just a little scary getting swarmed, especially when I know I have 0 defenses against it. Like that's the one thing that I kind of like about Summoner, right? Like even if you get swarmed, they're not necessarily attacking you. You got all these zombies and specters and stuff just in the way, being a meat shield for you. Right now, I'm just like running headfirst into them, and then they hit me, and if I have no defenses, I die. That's basically it. It's pretty straightforward how the flow works.
I like you better this
Okay,
way.
that level is actually quite important because what we want to do is look into more life, which is these 2 nodes over here. Hey, I don't have Vitalia activated. That would help a lot. What's my regen now? 62 a second? Alright, not bad. We're actually making great progress today. After we got our honor home, damage has been looking really good, right? Admittedly, we did have to go out and buy it, but hey, we're not playing solo self-found, not really. You know, sometimes you might play like it, but in this case, I was like, hey, you know, I started a little bit late. I found their honor home, and like I already had one, and it would have cost us quite a bit of currency to 4-link it, I think. Well, it couldn't have 4-linked, it could only have 3-linked. But the moment I found that 1 chaos, I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go out there, look for somebody who already has the helmet. It's gonna help us a lot, and it did. You know, our damage is looking really good with this bane now. And it only cost the chaos. It was pretty cheap. You know, it's not like it was prohibitive. The only annoying part is going out and finding someone to trade, and luckily it only took 1 whisper. If I had taken more than 2 whispers, I would have given up pretty quick. Ooh, there's an essence. Okay. Alright, so for the Upper Scepter of God, if you guys don't actually know how to traverse this area, Essentially, the stairs can only exist in the corners. So you just gotta hit each corner. And then until you get to a final level, in which case the exit is at the middle. But typically when you Scepter God, Upper Scepter of God, if you actually want to like get through really fast, just run from one corner to the next until you get to this floor, in which case it's right down the middle. This is one of the few tile sets that I know relatively well, just because I've run it so many times at this point.
You'd bite the master that called you here, witch?
Alright, Dominus. I don't really think he has too much of a chance of beating us. Oh, but this is a lot of lightning damage. Okay, we're here. Not this girl. She does too much chaos, fire damage, I mean. You need to be careful of her. Okay, I think we're good now.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile? Die! Nightmare prevails!
Okay, just slowly dying. Think we got him now?
This world is an illusion, Exile.
Alright, it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. I'm actually on the ground, like, I'm just looking for items I could... Hey, this 2-stone ring could be good. Let's try and, corrupt it. Alright, wait, so same thing, right? Bane, Essence Drain, and then just apply Blight. And then just wait it out. He's gonna die. There we go. There we go.
No one will cry for you, Dominus. Not a soul.
What do we get? We got Unstable Payload. 11% chance for traps to trigger an additional time. It's not very good for us right here. Damage with wands, okay. Fire resistance, cold resistance, energy shield. Let's take this over to life. And now we're looking at 69, 75, and 3%. So we kind of need some lightning resistance now. And hopefully we can get it from... well, something. Where would it come from, huh? Well, none of this, I can tell you. It's not gonna come for any of this stuff. We can try going into Krangleverse and hoping that we get something decent. Nothing.
When I'm ready and not before.
Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next area. We are now going into Act 4, right? This is Act 4.
That water just reeks of corruption.
So this is actually a
Let's see
pretty
where it
productive
comes from.
episode. We ended up getting a pretty major upgrade for our character. We ended up killing Piety, who at one point was the Act 3 boss, and then eventually it became Dominus. But we completed Act 3 today. We're now going into Act 4. Damage is looking good. At this point, I'm just looking at refining the gear to make sure I meet the resistance criteria. What resistances am I talking about, by the way? For those of you who don't know, in this game, your resistances, your maximum resistances, maxes out, has a cap of 75%. So if you have 100%, lightning resistance, it caps out at 75%. So the goal is to get to the resistance cap and sort of stay there. So for example, fire resistance is at 75% right now. Or sorry, cold resistance is at 75, fire resistance is at 69, and unfortunately lightning is at 3. So if I were to take lightning damage, it's gonna hurt a lot. and I really need to work on those defenses. It's part of the reason why I'm dying so much, because earlier I think I only had like 10% fire resistance as well, and it was just killing me. One more Scourge point available. Let's put that into links. So yeah, at this point, we're gonna continue to work towards getting better resistances on our gear. Obviously, now, you know, 75% is the cap, but there are many ways to raise that cap, whether it's through gear or through the passive tree. There's lots of ways to do it. Auras, flasks. But just talking generically, you know, we want to try and get our resistances as high as possible, basically. Okay. And that's really the goal at this point. Simply due to the fact that, you know, our damage is actually looking pretty good. Normally, I would be more worried about damage and stuff, but right now, I'm not that concerned. I think damage is looking very, very good. And it basically all has to do with that helmet. The +2 to gem levels makes such a big difference. And this would apply to not just like Bane or, you know, Essence Drain or all the other skills I was using. I was only using those 2 skills on that helmet. This probably applies to all spell builds. If you're using anything as a caster build, +2 to gem level, if you can get an honor home, I just realized, like, it's actually a super good leveling item. And if you can get it as a 4-link, that's even better. Now, if you're playing an attack build, it's a little bit different. I think attack build, it focuses a little bit more towards just having like decent gear. You know, like weapons with a lot of elemental damage or physical damage or whatever it is you're doing. But for spellcasters, like, you could get wands that say like +60% to spell damage, and it sounds like a lot. Or you could have a wand that says +1 to all chaos or fire skill gem levels, and that spell gem level mod is probably better than the 60 or 70% damage on your wand, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but it really does make a big difference. Alright, so I have enough strength now, so I can have steel skin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put steel skin on my left click. So every time I'm moving around, I activate steel skin, it gives me some defense, and then I become immune to bleeding, which is kind of nice. Arctic armor, I really don't need anymore. Put this here. Put this away, put this away, put this away, put this here. Cannot be stunned if you've been stunned during flash effects. Okay, so that flash is kind of useless for me. I don't really need it. Alright, so it has been almost an hour, and we are now in Act 4. I'm gonna call this episode right here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Things are looking pretty good. Damage is looking good. We just need to work on defenses a little bit, and let's just keep progressing. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, keep in touch, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.